I have a long way to go if I want to get every achievement in EU4 before EU5 releases. And today we're going for one that the majority of players haven't even thought about attempting.
Everything's coming up, Mulhouse!
That's right, we're going for the Everything's Coming Up Mullhouse achievement, where we need to fully decentralize the Holy Roman Empire as the one province minor nation of Mullhouse. So go on and hit that subscribe button down below, and please enjoy our incredibly fun Mullhouse run. Hello, welcome back. We're going to be playing as the nation of Mullhouse today. We're going to be going for the Everything is Coming Up Mullhouse achievement. We need to become the emperor and fully decentralize the empire. We need to pass all of the reforms all the way up to the Reichskrieg. And let me tell you, this is not going to be a fun start. We might have to restart several times. So hopefully this is one of those times where it actually works out for us. We only have 3 viable routes for expansion at the start. Unfortunately, Lorraine, being a vassal in Provence, doesn't really bode well for us, but Baden and Strasbourg are. Strasbourg, unfortunately, is a level 3 fort at the start, so that will be painful to siege, but one of these guys we're going to be annexing in the first few months of the game, hopefully. Let's go ahead and set up our estates. Monthly admin, oversight, and religious diplomats, that's beautiful. Nobility, I will take the mill. Grab the levies, why not? Right of council, good for now. And let's go ahead and take the dip power. I'll grab the prestige. Free enterprise is fine. And I'll hold off on taking any of these loans just yet. Go ahead and summon diets, and we'll see some land. Papal state must like us, that's fine. Send 1 diplomat to improve with Austria, and the other will keep free to declare war. Let's go ahead and build a free company right away, and hopefully we can declare on Baden. I'd prefer them over Strasbourg. We can take out Strasbourg afterwards. We just need to grow our economy by 2 provinces here. All right, let's unpause, and hopefully these guys do not get any allies. I have good news and bad news. Good news is Baden has no allies. Bad news is Strasbourg has Milan. So let's go ahead and declare on Baden. Let's also make sure that we can rival them at the start here. And Strasbourg, eventually we're going to have to fight them, so we can rival them too. And Constans, where are you at, my friend? Down here? It'll be a while till we can fight you. Let's hold off on setting that 3rd rival. But Baden, you're toast, dude. I don't think I can get any alliances before this, but this should be fine. We will probably have to take unlawful territory penalty from Austria, but if we improve with them eventually, maybe they'll allow us to expand. All right, let's declare the war. And we'll stack wipe them, and then we'll full annex them really quickly. Easy stack wipe. We'll have these guys detach and send the regulars over here while this stack sieges. Actually, we'll make sure that this stack has the siege general on them, but this should be a pretty quick siege and full annexation. Okay, let's full annex these guys. A little bit of aggressive expansion here. We should be fine. This is in its own state, so we can concentrate it. 4 to 2, that's fine. Then we can go ahead and we can core all of that up. We're going to wait a day. Oh, yeah, unlawful territory. They do not like me. They are being protective, or at least they were being protective of me. So, yeah, it might be pretty hard to get that alliance to take over. But we are seeking out Burgundies as well. Well, the unlawful territory is a pain, but hopefully we can get past this. We still might be able to ally them. Let's make this a state and then full core them. If Austria flips friendly, now that we lost the unlawful territory since we full cored everything, we should be able to ally them. But man, that's still a lot of negative modifiers there. Maybe we ally Ingolstadt since they're rivaled to Thuringia here. So if we can get some favors with them, we can use them to help us in our war. Did I say Thuringia? They're rivaled to Württemberg. What is this? How does this even happen before the local noble event? Wow. Okay. Let's ally our first elector in Brandenburg. They probably would never vote for us over themselves, but it's good to start. Possibly Cologne or Mainz would be a good target as well for getting another ally. Let's go for Cologne. Get that alliance done. That'll at least help us defensively. And we can start maybe improving with the Papal State for the estate. We're about to take Tech 4 Mill, and then I think we're going to go ahead and declare on Strasbourg. They're allied to Milan, but once we wipe them, it'll be more or less an even fight. Let's take the Miltech for the innovativeness, and here goes the war. Quick stack wipe on the level 3 fort. Only 1,000 garrison, so if we get a breach, we'll go ahead and storm the keep. So, oh, I think we just stack wiped Milan. Let's go. Switzerland, can you give me access or something? I don't know. Somebody revoked some access. Maybe I can piece them out now. And we've stacked that, wiped them again on their capital. Beautiful. That means we can take money from them. I will take flat cash, thank you very much. Will you give me war reps? I wonder if that's a little better than the flat cash. I will take it. Let's get back over here. From these guys, I will take everything and money. It's good to have a fort, but honestly, can I afford it? I can with the war reps, that's for sure. And it's in the capital province, so I kind of have to just full core it. Yeah, we'll pay full price, that's fine. And the best part, Austria is now my ally, so that way they will not ask for unlawful territory. And Burgundy is not rival to Austria, which means... No, what? Bro, a diplomat got back on the wrong day. Flip friendly again, come on, man. That's rude. But yeah, that's pretty solid. We can start expanding a lot easier now. We can even fight Württemberg here pretty shortly, too. We'll have Cologne help, and then it should be an even match. This might help, too. 15 years of dip rep and national tax. Not bad at all. Gotta make sure to pop this when I start taking ideas, too. 10% idea cost reduction for having 25 dev and some buildings here, so not too bad. We should be able to get that pretty quickly. We can dev colonialism or something in here. Pretty important to do this, too. We're going to lower our autonomy. Should have done this a little bit earlier, since the rebels were killed already, so they're not going to revolt, but that's going to increase our income by a little bit. All right, let's finally get the rest of the provinces to form Swabia. We're going to invite all our allies into the war. This should be relatively easy. I don't know why they moved off of the defensive terrain to the farmlands, but we should be able to stack wipe them pretty quickly over here. That's fine. We can fight them in the woods. Oh, that wasn't very smart. We have the morale advantage, though. Now we can stack wipe them. Easy peasy. And I guess I should probably take the stab because we are going to be losing the Republican tradition, so stabbing up is going to be expensive. Luckily, we've had 3 positive stab events, which is pretty hype. War up to money from the war participants over here. Nuremberg gives us money on war reps. Looks like Wagons should be done soon. Brandenburg piecing them out. And Rothenburg is pretty much the last one that we're standing on up here. We are going to be getting a new mission tree, so we might as well take the dip rep for the 25 years. And the high income, that's going to help us construct some buildings. We are going to be probably building a cathedral at least after this war. All right, let's full annex our rival here. Small coalition, we can just improve with those countries until they wouldn't join. But I think a 4-country coalition with these guys is not going to be really a problem. So let's go ahead and take that. It is its own state, so we can't concentrate it. I think we will. And we can go ahead and take the dominate Swabia for the extra dip rep and improve relations for 20 years. That's a lot of improved relations and dip rep. So hopefully we can use that to get some better allies here. One being Burgundy. Hopefully we end up getting the inheritance. That would be huge. We just need to take our Republican tradition a little bit faster here. I think we're a little behind. Let's get that alliance. We're going to be over by 2. That's fine. Well, this is lucky. Lorraine is independent now after France basically ate all of Provence. So let's go ahead and full annex them. Okay, I need to kind of play a little slower here. We're taking a little bit too much land in coalition territory. It's growing. So we're going to try and slow this down a little bit, try and improve relations with all of our neighbors, and possibly look at maybe dissolving some of these free cities over here via some wars. I'm not sure exactly what to do here, but I think just playing small and tall is probably the only really way to do this. I need to tank this tradition a little bit faster. We just were forced to select a new candidate. Our old candidate must have been too old. But yeah, this is an unfortunate situation we're in here. Let's get a new province. That's fine. I think I will probably get rid of this. A nice fort to have, but it's a little expensive. We can keep it for now. We do get the expand Mullhouse mission done, so that's kind of nice. Go ahead and match rivals with Ansbach here. I want to continue building a spy network with them. They're allied to Ulm, so I could use them possibly to get this last province I need for Swabia. We do need 10 Swabian culture provinces, so we kind of need to grow a little bit more. Palatinate definitely a target. All right, let's pick our first idea group. We're going diplomatic. I need this diplomat ASAP. I thought possibly espionage would be good, but I'm not going to be expanding so rapidly that I need espionage. I think diplomatic is probably better. Also, we have a route into France. France we can expand in without having to deal with the aggressive expansion nonsense. And if we get a couple more favors with Burgundy and Austria, they will join the war and we will win. So as long as I can get the occupations, we can expand this way. And we can just keep fighting them every time the truce is up. So I think that is definitely a solid strat here. All right, let's try this France war here. This is going to be a little bit spooky. But as long as I can get onto the provinces I want, we should be a-okay. I probably should have set desired provinces, but to be honest, Burgundy has all of that desired anyway, so they wouldn't give it to me. So we should just try and occupy everything we can. As long as I can get a pathway into something. I mean, I don't need to take anything fancy. I just need to take stuff. So as long as I can take something valuable, snake a little bit, we should be fine. Just as many provinces as I can take. In the next government reform, we're going to take frequent elections. That'll just let us take our Republican tradition a little bit faster. And just like that, we can lose some more Republican tradition. It's a little bit less, since I guess that it might have just balanced it a little bit for that reason. But yeah, we're going to try and get this as low as possible. I didn't even realize this, but Hungary's been a P under Austria pretty much this whole time. So that's a big Austria, and we need to fight them at some point. So It's going to be a little difficult. My strategy, and hopefully this works, I have to see if I can actually release them all. I want these 3 provinces, so I can release a couple of vassals. One being Orleans, which I don't think I might not be able to. We'll see. It might just be Champagne that I'm able to release. Not quite sure, because I don't think Orleans culture is really even a thing. All Francian, and this one is, I guess it is a Francian culture. But we'll see what I end up doing here, because if I could release Champagne, Orleans, and Provence, the next war I can just reconquest, and I can take pretty much everything without having to worry about coalition. So that's the idea. All right, let's take something like this in the peace deal. We give some provinces to Burgundy. If we end up getting the inheritance, that's just bonus for us. And then we can take these 3 provinces up here. Coalition, we managed to improve relations with everybody that would join it. So not quite too scary. I think we should be just a-okay. All of the money and the war reps, we are getting 45 of this amount. Maybe we don't take the money. It's just going to make Austria really, really wealthy. We just give more provinces to Burgundy instead? I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, something like this is good. We're giving them quite a bit of money, but we're giving a lot of provinces to Burgundy, so we'll try this out. Now let's just see what kind of nations we can release here. So I think what we do is we definitely release Orleans. We definitely release... I guess we can do all 3 of them that we wanted to. Provence and Champagne. Now when we look at France here, we have quite a few reconquests. So the next war should be just easy peasy, as long as we retain our allies. We are definitely over the relations limit. So what we need to be doing here is we need to be taking the estate privilege for strong duchies. Now we're only 2 over. I think what I do is I cancel the alliance with Ingolstadt. That's going to help us by not being 2 over. We're just going to be 1 over. I think that's fine for the immediate future. But with this, we can definitely probably take the acquire subjects mission. We get diplomatic annexation for 25 years and some annexation cost. I don't think we'll be really using that too effectively. We should probably save it. We can save it till whenever we want to use it, but we just basically banking that dip power. We could use that to push our next idea group. I do want to make sure we get this. That's the big important one. But if we can feed some subjects in France, that's going to be amazing. I need to tank this tradition. I want to make sure that I can royal marry Burgundy before Charles dies. But you know what? This is actually a good opportunity. I'm going to try and do a humiliate on Switzerland. If we can get a solid show force off, we can definitely use those monarch points, that's for sure. Plus the age objective for the aggressive expansion reduction is going to be huge. Big fight over here. Should be a stack wipe, possibly. Maybe not. No, we're just going to sit on burn. All right, let's do the show strength. Get a bunch of monarch points, and we get the age objective done. We can take the next idea. I think that's probably wise. We're getting pretty close to Renaissance, possibly. 50-some% over here, so not too crazy. But we should probably be buying it from somebody. Maybe Austria will sell it to us. I believe they did embrace. Not quite. Burgundy, we were kind of on the edge of possibly having our alliance break, so we should really be careful. I really want to make sure that I'm rivaled to France, but I think France eclipsed us again, so can't quite do that. Burgundy would really like us if we did, so maybe we could rival somebody else they're rivaled with. Nobody really qualifies. Let's embrace the Renaissance. A little bit expensive, but I really don't want to be paying full price for the ideas, or rather ahead of time costs. We can go ahead and take up this for the tax modifier and the missionary strength, and we can get rid of the expensive edicts. Oh, that's hype. Did the rebels make this province break from the Pope? Sweet. Well, Burgundy broke their alliance with us because they want my subjects' provinces, I guess. They were yellow earlier, but now they're red. But that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I might be able to still royal marry them later. Who knows? But yeah, there goes that part of the strategy. We're not decreasing our Republican tradition fast enough to honestly probably even get the inheritance, so we'll see what ends up happening. Oh, that's not good. The truce is expired with France, so let's go ahead and declare the war. I will have Artois be the war goal because it's close. And then hopefully we can reconquest for a bunch of different cores here. Declare that war, and let's try and stack wipe these guys here first before we do anything else. Looking at the peace deal here, if we just have return core to all of our subjects, wonder what it'll look like. 26 aggressive expansion, and we get all of this. That is beautiful. Okay, interesting. Brittany is chosen as the under of Burgundy after Charles dies. That's unfortunate that it's not us, but I guess it is what it is. Brittany's outside the Empire, so we could definitely attack Burgundy as well. Wonder what options we have for expansion that way. We could always release Burgundy from a province and reconquest for them if Brittany inherits everything. That's a very big option. War reps and money from Milan. Oh, wow, and Brittany inherits them right away, too. There was no delay in that at all. All right, this is the plan from France. We're going to take all of this. That's just a huge amount of provinces we just get back for free. And we need to get to war with Brittany ASAP. They did ally England, which is kind of a problem. They're also allied to Castile, which has the Aragon PU. So we're going to need Austria to help us out in another war against Brittany. What we're probably going to do is just release Burgundy as a subject, and we'll try and reconquest for them. I think that might be a couple of wars, but we should be able to do it pretty easily. We need to be annexing our subjects now so that we can get the relation slots as well as make ourselves stronger in relation to our subjects so we don't get disloyal vassals. But let's go ahead and send that demand. We are looking a lot better now. And the vassals are all loyal. So for now, let's make sure we can start integrating them though. Provence and Champagne we can definitely start. Champagne might be easier, a little bit cheaper. Let's probably integrate Champagne first. We'll be taking the military annexation policy. Do not want to get the diplomatic reputation hit when we annex the subjects. And let's get the diplo annexation cost for 25 years, as well as the dip power. That is currently going to stack with our papal legates, which we have at the moment. So our overall annexation cost is pretty cheap. Let's release Gascony. That'll be a good reconquest, but we can reconquest quite a bit now for them in the next war against France. We can probably take all of this. So I think why don't we just give this to Gascony? That way we don't have to core it. My first time getting an actual negative Republican tradition event. I mean, I've had some ones that give you like -5, but this is the first really nice one. Finally. All right, sweet. So we get the dictatorship. Now, when our ruler dies, we basically get monarchy. So we'll just keep drilling him, and hopefully he'll die soon. Let's take all the techs. All right, let's go back to war with France here. Should be a relatively quick one. I'm going to just reconquest for Gascony. Take all of these provinces. I think that's all of them. I could probably take just maybe one province over here. I could take all of this and then just give it to Toulouse. Then we get a little bit of coalition, but not a lot. I am going to be taking a lot of stuff from Brittany, so maybe I don't take this. Maybe I just take something like this. That way I have a land connection. But if I do take Toulouse, I could just give them all the stuff, not the core anything, and then integrate them. Let's take claims bordering claims. I really want to get onto Genoa here so I can get into war with Brittany without having to deal with Castile or England. So that is the current plan. Then I would just take like one province over here from them, release Burgundy, and annul their alliances. So then after that truce expires, we can do a whole bunch of reconquest. Let's peace out for all of this, plus some war reps. This province I can release Toulouse from, and I think I will. All right, looks like the Ottomans are declaring on Genoa, so they're at war with Brittany. So before they are able to peace out or not join this war, let's make sure that we declare a war. Corsica is the war goal. Fortunately for us, Provence did get a spy network over there and form a claim, so we can get rid of our whole snake of claims that we were going to do and just start the war right away. This is a really quick war. We take the one province, we null treaties with Castile and England, and we just send the demand. From this, we definitely release our Burgundy vassal. Oh, actually, we need to get rid of the war with Genoa first. I guess we can wait and white peace, that's totally fine. I can leave that alliance, honestly, because they're pretty weak. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's release that subject. All right, so there's Burgundy. Lots, of course, to reconquest. And then the truce is over in 1508. So we only have a 9-year truce. And then we can start eating all of these guys here. And that's just going to make us really, really strong. We should probably get the influence ideas. We'll be taking those next. So that's at tech 10. So we're a couple of techs away. I'm not going to be taking the techs ahead of time. I'm just going to be deving because I have very valuable land to be deving in. And I want to be playing as tall as possible because we need to be making the most use out of our provinces as we possibly can. So definitely need to be deving here. We're going to start annexing Provence. It takes about 600 dip to do that, but we're ahead of time on dip. And we need to start doing this slowly so that we can gain a little bit of a power base when we start feeding Burgundy all of this valuable land. Our guy is 59 years old and he still won't die. We've been drilling him. He got 2 siege pips, so that was pretty helpful in the last war. All right, let's finish off our second idea set here, and let's go ahead and take the policy. This one is land force limit and diplo rep. Diplo rep being the big one. It's going to help our annexation finish faster. We were at 1507. Now we're sitting at 1506, so that's pretty good, at least a few months. And I definitely want to try and get this again. I think this has expired, so let's try and get that one more time. We need a few more papal influence, so Probably should improve relations with the Pope. Maybe even offer him an alliance. Why not? We have extra slots. Actually, no, we don't. Not anymore. We released too many subjects. Buy some knowledge sharing from Portugal. They're going to give us the colonialism without us having to dev it, which is nice. And I'm going to try and save my points as much as possible and try and take tech efficiently after we've embraced the institution. Save up my money until then. Finishing the annexation of Provence. This is a full state, so we might as well get that. Send this unit up here to join the drill stack. Let's make sure we do advancement edict over here. And honestly, I probably should just buy the techs. A little bit wasteful, but it's okay. Do not want to start losing innovativeness. Emperor has made the third reform, so we're kind of progressing a little bit here just naturally through Austria taking these reforms. Eventually, we will take the emperorship from them. Not going to be a problem. We're going to have everybody vote for us. We have so many Diplo slots. Holy England. Yeah, Scotland and Castile are beating them in this war. That's crazy. Finally, we are now a monarchy. Our ruler finally died. Lost those siege picks, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get our government reforms situated. Take the feudal nobility, that's perfect. I'll take the curtail. Manpower is nice, but I think curtail is going to be more valuable. Take the expanded royal court for now. Temple rights is really good in Europe, but I think I'm going to keep the maintain balance of power. I had that earlier. I want those diplomats pumping. We already had selected military engineering earlier, so I think that we'll just select that again. And we'll just keep going down the tree as we get more reform progress. Now we just need to get our legitimacy to go up. We could always strengthen government when we have extra mill points, which we do anyway, so we might as well just pump some of it into there. At least get above 40. But now that we're a monarchy, we can do royal marriages and all that other fun stuff. We can also get voted for. And it looks like we're already getting one vote. Or we will be very shortly. That's excellent. And perfect timing. Let's go to war. Or reconquest. It doesn't really matter which one we take. I can probably just take what's the highest dev province I can probably take? Was that 20? Yeah, that's probably that one here. So let's go ahead and reconquest for that one. I'll go ahead and call everybody in here. Should be easy enough. One siege pip, that's totally fine. We'll send him up here. Okay, from this war, I'm going to take all of this stuff back for Burgundy. I'm going to leave all this stuff because this stuff probably is more valuable. And if someone else takes it first from me, I'm going to be really upset. I'm looking at you, England. So we'll do that, and then the next war we should be able to take the rest. But yeah, this will be a huge truce timer, or about 15 years, and then we can go back to war. If I can make the truce shorter, I will. Maybe I just separate peace out Lorraine for white peace, so we can shorten the truce by a total of 5 years that way. We just need to wait for this siege to finish, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's white peace them, and hopefully we can shorten the truce a little bit that way. And we can go ahead and send this demand for the return course, only 35 aggressive expansion. That's absolutely monstrous, by the way. As far as our subject goes, they're at 208 development now. Wow. That bumps us up to 533 for total dev. And it looks like Savoy is excommunicated, so I might as well take those provinces. There's no point not. All right, let's take this from Savoy. I'll just take the inland stuff here, and I'll leave the rest so that we don't get too much aggressive expansion. We are going to take some stuff from France soon. Actually, let's take a look and see what we get from France before I make my decision on Savoy. We're going to return cores to my subject. I did think that this was one of their cores, but I guess it's not. Oh, but it's because the rebels occupy it, so that should work too. And then I think I'll take this one, and we can probably do a full annexation. I don't see why not. That's going to cause a bit of aggressive expansion, so maybe I don't take Paris. I could just leave that. That's not a big deal. I want this fort for sure, though. Yeah, let's do that. I don't need the rest yet. I think I take something like this from Savoy. It's a lot less aggressive expansion if I don't take this province, so I think I'm just going to leave that one be. We'll go ahead and send that demand. And concentrate. Might as well. We'll go ahead and core all those up. Let's embrace the institution. A little expensive, but we have to do it. And then we could take the dip tech ahead of time. It's 55% more expensive, so I think we can probably just dev with our diplo points. We also need to start annexing Gascony then, because I don't want to be wasting them. All right, let's take this from France. We'll have them revoke some of their cores, and we're going to return provinces to ourselves, and it's a small coalition. We can deal with that. We should be improving with Castile if we can, as well as England, to make sure they don't not join the coalition. Right now, our diplomat mode is actually looking pretty solid. We're like going to be more or less all of this after the next war with Brittany, so looking super solid here. And then also we're solid for the emperorship as soon as Austria's ruler dies, and then we can start cranking out some of these imperial reforms. So Yeah, that's going to be really nice once we start pushing these. We're going to definitely get a very, very late, I won't say revoke, but it's going to be late when we finally get all of the reforms unlocked. We just have to make sure that we are fighting the Reformation as much as possible. Reform Desire is pushing 100%, so that should probably pop soon. Not looking forward to it, but it is definitely a possibility. We're going to need this province eventually, so let's go ahead and let's declare this war here. If I just take this province, I don't think the aggressive expansion is going to be really anything at all. So, yeah, just 10. We should be fine there. We need that to be able to form Swabia. So, well, not technically to form Swabia, but to get the Swabian League mission done. We need some Swabian provinces over here. And then once we do that, we can basically hit this mission, which we need this province for, to basically get, hopefully, all these free cities to become part of our country for free. All right, let's take the province money and war reps. Go ahead and we'll core that up. All right, well, Spain is formed, and I'm on the reconquest train. So what I think I'd like to do is I think I'd like to release Aragon from this province here. I mean, they got a lot of stuff to reconquest for. And then I'd also like to probably release Naples from maybe somewhere in Sicily. That'd be great. This is probably the best option for it because the fort on Messina is really the only fort in the area. So if I can take that, then I can reconquest for Naples and even maybe fight the Pope a little bit here. I think just getting all of the trade over here in the Genoa area and the Valencia node pushing towards Genoa would be amazing. And just like that, we have inherited Gascony. We're going to start on Toulouse as well. We are going to be doing, actually probably should wait, honestly. We're going to be doing influence ideas next. So once we get this, we can start inheriting the next subject. We just need this at least by the time we start inheriting Burgundy, because this is going to be pretty much all of our land, and I don't want to pay full price for it. So in January, which is already passed, let's go ahead and take the tech. We're going to probably stay at tech 10 dip until we finish the idea set. But yeah, we're grabbing influence next. Just getting all of this stuff is going to be super valuable, especially for getting more vassals. I'm going to try and get as many vassals as I can, do a bunch of reconquests here and there, and that's more or less how we're going to play this game for the rest of the campaign. And somehow I'm the number 2 great power. That's pretty sick. We're going to get a free vassal in Saluzzo. We're a little over the relations limit. We decided to also go for Pisa as well, and then we'll probably go for Verona after that. I think just getting some of these guys as vassals is really helpful, especially since they're not inside the HRE. It'll just make it a little bit easier to consolidate Italy later down the line. Every bit of dev helps. All these provinces are at least 20, so not too bad. Now looking at the Tier 6 government reform, Royal Decree is obviously really good once we get absolutism. The rest of them aren't terribly great. The reform progress isn't bad from general estates, but Diplo Rep from Aristocratic Court is actually not that bad either. Why not? I usually don't take this one, but we're going to take it. We can always swap out later if we need the extra absolutism. All right, let's invade into Milan. We'll take a lot of aggressive expansion for this war, but I think I've done a pretty good job at making sure everybody likes me, so no one's really going to join the coalition, I don't think. Yeah, might as well call everybody and just make it easier. I mean, why not? Although it would be nice to actually have Pisa as a vassal first. Maybe we try and do that. All right, let's get the free vassal, and now let's declare the war. Still going for Genoa, and we're going to call everybody in, because why not? Our next war isn't for like 6 more years, so let's do that. From Milan, what can we really take, realistically? I mean, I can definitely take all the coast. You know, that's probably pretty much it. We'll see if we can release anybody. Honestly, probably not, because the only person I would release would be Savoy, but I really can't because I have all these Savoyard provinces up here. So that is unfortunate. And all these other provinces are like OPMs, so I could release Venice, and that'll let me attack the Pope and Austria, but not really worth it. But we'll return a little bit of a return core here. Yeah, that's a bit of a coalition. I don't know if I want to deal with that. I might just take money. All right, nice heir. Johann Andreas. I will take a 345. I will absolutely take it. Okay, we improve relations with pretty much everybody. We're going to end up taking this. Coalition is very minimal at this point, so this is definitely the right peace deal. If I take land connection, it might be a little more dicey. It's actually not too bad, but yeah, I think I'm just going to take this for now. Go ahead and send that demand. I think we're going to keep these provinces for ourselves. From Liguria, we'll definitely concentrate, and then we can core that up. Looks like the Reformation spawned in Italy, so we're going to have to deal with that sooner than later, I suppose. In that case, I can probably take the missionary strength here and uniformity. Yeah, we're going to have to try and fight this and kill the Reformation. Can I get a CB on these guys? That'd be great. Ooh, they're a vassal under Austria, so that's unfortunate. Really can't get the can't force them to get rid of the Center of Reformation because they're about to be annexed. So that's unfortunate, but maybe the next center we could probably get rid of. All right, we need to declare this war like yesterday. We told our subject to fabricate a claim on Friesland, and we're going to co-belligerent Denmark. That'll bring in Brandenburg, so we can force Brandenburg and Denmark to become Catholic, and hopefully that'll let us crush the centers of reformation. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, let's start the golden era now. The Age of Discovery is going to end soon. I think I'll take advantage of the morale of armies for a little bit. And we are now the Emperor. Beautiful. Just amazing. Okay, let's call Austria in, and then I think hopefully we can get in here before they join the coalition, because that'd be really sad if they join the coalition. We can always get the coalition to fall off. It's very possible, but yeah, we need to make sure that we are fighting Brittany on the truce timer. Oh, but Brittany has a positive opinion of us, so we can have that weight. Beautiful. Oh, we can't even force religion on them. That's stupid. What about Denmark? Oh, what a pointless war. All right, let's just take money and war reps then. That's so dumb. Guess we have to do this the old-fashioned way. Just money, I guess, or maybe just war reps and less money. Yeah, that sucks. All right, whatever. Get this war over with. All right, let's go to war here. I am going to take one province from Spain, so aggressive expansion be damned. But yeah, we need a reconquest over here. And it's going to make us super, super strong. Let's go. They cannot develop during this war. This is 100%, exactly. I'll be really sad if this isn't the peace deal we take. All right, let's get a little bit of innovativeness and take this ahead of time. I could have devved with that, but I think this is fine too. All right, let's take this province and money. All right, let's take all of this and 25 ducats from Brittany. And that is just an amazing diplomat mode. I mean, look at us. We're huge. We can seize the land over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to release a subject in Aragon. Now, I can reconquest into Spain and just take a bunch of land for really, really, really cheap aggressive expansion. So whenever that truce is up, we're going to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I think it's time we can break our ties with Austria. We should be able to beat them in a war. Their allies are very weak. So I think what we could do is start fabricating claims on these provinces and dissolve the alliance. We can break we don't even have a royal marriage, so we don't even need that. And we can also pass another reform. We're pretty much just on time for this one. We get some extra tax income, and we're pushing down the line here. Once we have all of these, it should start jumping up pretty quickly. The big one is getting the imperial growth modifier from this one, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to try and crank this out as fast as we can. We need to make sure that the Protestant Reformation does not do too much damage to us. These guys, I think, are too big at the moment to force them to be the proper religion. So that's unfortunate, but, you know, eventually we should be able to force everyone to be the proper religion. Once the League War starts, of course. Get some more free vassals here. Offer Parma the vassalization as well. Looking pretty good here in Genoa trade. And these guys should join the Empire as well, so that should give us some more imperial authority. The growth isn't too bad at 0.2. All right, let's be quick about this war here. All right, let's declare this war here. We need to get these provinces from Austria like yesterday. All right, this war is kind of getting ridiculously long in the tooth. We're going to take this and whatever money they'll give us. I just need those two provinces. And we're going to try and cheese these missions. We're going to ally all these Swabian countries. So there's, 4 of them here. And hopefully they just join us for free. All right, let's make Ulm our ally. And hopefully all these guys will join us. Let's go ahead and hit the Swabian League mission. So that gets opinions to go up. Probably should have hit that first, actually. And then we can go ahead and hit this. So hopefully all of these guys give us or join our nation, more or less. They all get a choice if they want to join us or not. And I honestly don't think they will. Let's see. So Constance joins. Awesome. Memmingen joins. Augsburg joins. All 4 of them. Awesome. That's sweet. We can get the Center of Commerce for the idea cost. Why not? And we can probably get assemble an army as well. Get the army tradition. Permanent claim on every province in our home region. Beautiful. We can actually form the Swabian nation. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, actually. So we get new missions, new traditions and ambitions, new color. A nice, good salmon color now. We get a few things down this tree here, so we can continue our tree. Austria shall fall. It wants us to get a couple more provinces over here, get more claims, and it wants us to move into Italy. And some of the stuff we're pretty much already close to, so that's pretty sweet. Now that that's done, we need to go to war with Spain. And Portugal won't join. That's beautiful. We need to probably re-ally some of these electors. I want to make sure I keep the electorate. We're at 9 of 10, so we can probably go back to allying Cologne. And that'll help us with the Spain war. All right, let's get our units on the border, and then we can probably take Barcelona as a war goal. Their colonies are, and then probably a lot of their troops are over here, so I don't think we'll have a problem fighting Spain. Oh, that's dope. Austria's adding all these provinces to the HRE. I thought they would hate me. That's free imperial authority, and we're currently losing some right now because of the heretic princes. We need to make sure we crush this, crush the Reformation a little bit harder here. There's a couple of nations we could declare war on. We probably could get Ingolstadt here to enforce the religion and get rid of that center of Reformation. That's probably not a bad idea. We could also do the same thing with Switzerland, considering that they have no allies. Maybe we do this before the Spain War. That'd probably be wise. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll crush the center of Reformation in Switzerland, and we'll do the same thing in Ingolstadt. All right, let's force religion onto Switzerland here. It's going to kill the center of Reformation. And now we should probably do the same thing with Ingolstadt here. We definitely need to. It'll slow it down a lot. All right, well, we've crushed the two centers of the Reformation over here, which is definitely going to slow down some of these conversions. So that's pretty dope. At least some of this stuff is more or less left to Scandinavia, so that's not too bad. Unfortunately, I can't really get Brandenburg and Denmark to convert via conquest. It's just too much war score, so we're just gonna have to wait for the League War more or less to fire. All right, let's fight these guys for Barcelona. I think we probably peace out Brittany. Great Britain, I don't think is gonna really stand too much of a threat to us. I'm gonna get the war goal here, try and get this fort, and see if we can't possibly piece these guys out. And then Spain should be more or less easy enough to fight. Portugal, we can probably get to them as soon as we take these two forts here, and then piece them out as well. A lot of these troops are going to be overinflated because the colonies are starting to get units of their own. So hopefully all their men are over there and not over here. Oh, and it looks like Great Britain declined. That's really good. All right, I'm going to take Miltech ahead of time here. And I might take it, I'll take all the techs ahead of time. It's whatever. That'll at least keep my innovativeness ticking up. And I can upgrade my units. I don't think they're going to have anyone to come out of the shadows here. So I might as well just upgrade my infantry. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. But we were on the month tick shortly after. So keeping our morale relatively high. It's like Bohemia is adding provinces to the empire. Pretty good. We're going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. We're going to expand empire onto Geneva. And we're going to kill the center of Reformation there. So that'll stop all of the reformed from spreading. All right, well, the Great Peasants War modifier happened to us, so I want to get rid of that. And I think this is what does it. So why don't we just crush the peasantry here? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we get to force religion and expand empire onto Geneva. That's pretty good. That kills the center of Reformation over here, and hopefully that'll slow the spread. We can force some religion over here during this war as well. Separate piece these guys out. This is my siege general. I can send him up here to make this a little bit faster. Let's force religion and take money from Dithmarschen as well. And these guys I can force government and take some money. That gets us out of that war. Money and war reps from Portugal. I wonder, how many? That's still a lot of provinces. I could release Morocco and then fight Marrakesh and Tunis. That wouldn't be bad. I can get a strong Sunni subject down here. I think I'm gonna try and do that. You know what? I don't feel like actually trying to cross the strait over here. I don't even think I can. I don't have the right navy for it, but I will take money and war reps from these guys. That's for sure. All right, let's send the peace deal to Spain. Aragon gets pretty much everything except for Valencia and Barcelona. That's going to hurt their trade a little bit, but that was just the way the war score worked out. And then we can also release Naples from this province. So the next war, we can do a little bit more reconquering. And take a few other provinces from Spain. Go ahead and release Naples. And what this should do is let us do a little reconquering this way as well. We could also even fight the Pope. But I think what I'd rather do is expand empire into Milan at the moment. Might as well do that since we can. I'm going to take money and expand empire into Milan. And we just need to find things to do more or less right now while we kind of wait for the Reformation to cause the League War. So let's go ahead and do a reconquest against the Pope. They're not going to like that, but something we kind of have to do. All right, from the Pope, this war was way too long. Luckily, my manpower is infinite. We're going to take all of the cores over here, and then we'll take Nice as well. And some money, as well as war reps. That'll let us push the empire borders down this direction. And just making Naples stronger for free is really nice, considering these are pretty decent provinces. Yo, the rich get richer. Personal union with Palatinate. He was 72, I believe, and he died. So we have a union. I'm looking at possibly getting another vassal, but it only depends if Austria fully annexes Poland here. Poland is not the primary target of the war, so if they take just Lithuania stuff, great. If they fully annex Poland, RIP. I think it would be great to be able to do some reconquest here. Also, if I can get a PU, or not a PU, a vassal on Lithuania, that would be great. But if I'm able to just restore Poland to its 1444 borders, that would be incredible for just making my vassal swarm even that more deadly. League War can fire. It is past 1550. So we're just kind of waiting for Evangelical Union event to happen because there are Protestant electors. So that's the really only requirement. Now wouldn't be a bad time to get Holstein from Denmark. So let's go ahead and declare that war. And it looks like Prussia is adding provinces to the empire, so that's good. Scared of Brandenburg. I would just expand empire onto Paris here. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Then empire and war reps. Perfect. All right, we're going to force Lithuania to become a vassal. And then we're going to go to war with Russia, I think. They have Riga, and I don't want them to have Riga. So we just need to use our time effectively until this League War fires. Try and grow as much as possible diplomatically without triggering too much of the aggressive expansion. And just pay attention to religion here because things are slowly converting. I just want to make sure everything remains Catholic if I can help it. All right, let's take the one province and some money from Denmark. And we'll core that ourselves, why not? You know what, I'm going to take Defender of the Faith, why not? It'd be great to get an alliance with the Ottomans, honestly. They might even actually help me against Russia or Austria, it doesn't really matter. But as long as they're not attacking into the Empire, I'm totally fine being an ally with Ottomans. I mean, I am way over my relations, but I'm trying to annex 2 subjects now, so that should hopefully put us back at a manageable limit here. All right, didn't take long for us to get 10 favors with the Ottomans, so we might as well call them in, make this war a little bit easier against the Russians. We're going to set Kiev as the war goal, and just try and take back as much land for our vassal as we can. Here we go. We'll send this guy down to Kiev. This guy can go right over here, and this guy can go right over here. The Russians only have like about the same amount of troops I have already over here, so I'm not too worried. One thing I love about playing a tall diplomatic game is that you can really fish for royal marriages and stuff. Especially when you have dip ideas, you can cancel royal marriages without a stability hit. So Great Britain, actually, their ruler just died, or their heir just died, and their ruler's 65. So there's a good chance we get a personal union over Great Britain, which would make us... this game wouldn't even be challenging at that point. All right, so this is what the peace deal looks like. I'm just going to have them release Riga, and I'm going to take pretty much everything except for Kiev for Lithuania. That should be pretty good. And then I think after this, I'm going to do a reconquest on Prussia and see if I can't release Poland from this province over here. I could have tried to release them from this, but they're Ruthenian culture, so I can't. This province is Polish culture, so I should be able to release Poland from that. And then I can declare on Austria, whose truce with me just expired. So this should be a nice chain of events here. And then after that, I can declare on Prussia after the truce expires with them for some of the Polish cores. So let's send this demand. Lithuania grows. We have a very strong vassal now, and Riga is back under the protection of the Empire. So let's send our units back down here, get ready to go to war with Russia, who's expanding way too rapidly, in my opinion. Just the Ottomans don't start their own wars. They'll help me against Austria as well. I'm going to call them into this war as well. I'll also call them Brandenburg because why not? And then that should do it. Hopefully we can even possibly force Lubeck to be Catholic. That'd be even better. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, who can I even... Yeah, they're not centers of reformation, so I can't kill them. I did try to get rid of the one in Brandenburg earlier, but they were too much war score for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and just start this war here. New event in the Empire. Conflict with the peasantry. Let's see what the options are here. Well, there's really only one option, and that's to crush the peasantry. So let's go ahead and select that one. We have forced religion, war reps, and money from these guys. And then from Lubeck, I'm just going to have them release a bunch of nations, too. We just want more states inside the Empire if we can help it. And let's release a bunch of nations from these guys. Now we should be able to piece out of these guys for one province, and then releasing a bunch of other nations. Danzig, yeah, we'll have them release Danzig, too. That's fine. Is that a Polish core? No, it's not. Definitely not. I think that should do it. I take this province for myself. That's a Polish core. I might take war reps and some money from them, too. Why not? I'll eventually go back to war with them. And 3 days for the diplomat to get back, and there it is. Now, from this province, we're going to release Poland. There it is. Now we have a huge vassal to reconquest 4. Unlawful territory, Prussia won't give it to me. That's fine. I think they're the only ones with it. Go ahead and seize land. Gets us to the 70%. Increase for reform progress. All right, let's get Krakow back. Ottomans should help in this war. And we're just going to get Poland as big as we possibly can. And our vassal swarm is going to be enormous. So let's just go for it. Hopefully we can convert some of these guys if any of them are of the right religion or the wrong religion. I'm not going to try and min-max calling in some belligerents. If I want to actually go for forcing some of these guys to be the right religion, I'll do that deliberately through a separate war. So let's go ahead and declare this war here for Krakow. And make Poland big again. Ooh, this is going to hurt you. Wow. Smacked the Austrian forces. That is a significant amount of their total troops. Let's send the rest of these guys to deal with the Italians. But, yikes. 46k, they had like 80. The war score cost versus other religions. That'll help with forcing religion on some countries that are on the edge, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's peace out with Austria. We have another war to fight after this. Make them release a few nations, and then should be good there. What is this war here? Okay, Austria's in that war somehow. But Poland gets bigger. I mean, our Diplo game is absolutely insane. Speaking of absolutely insane Diplo game, we're about to make Aragon and Naples even bigger. Because our truce with Spain is up. And guess who's going to help us? Oh my gosh, that feels so good. All right, let's get our diplomats back and our guys on the border with Spain. Yeah, all their men are going to be in the New World. So if I just take down Iberia and then set our men up here in northern France and Normandy, I don't think we should have any problem. Britain might try to fight us, but we'll eventually be able to piece them out. All right, let's declare for Barcelona. Go to the war goal first. This guy down here, I can't get access through the Pope, can I? That's better. Ottomans and Burgundy are able to land on Great Britain. No idea how that happened. Well, I wonder, could I take Aberdeen? Probably not, no. I mean, if they take London, I could maybe release Scotland or Northumberland, maybe. I mean, that would be a great way to start reconquesting in... yeah, I think I should do it, because they're only going to become more powerful and more obnoxious. If I can get a province up here, then I can beat Great Britain no matter what, so... yeah, let's do it. All right, we're going to take money from them, take Aberdeen for ourselves, and release Wales just because we can. And that should do it. I mean, the aggressive expansion is not really a thing. So let's just go ahead and send that demand. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to core that up myself. Actually, no. Let's just release it right away. Screw it. Well, you know what? I'm not spending my admin on anything. I can core this up myself. And then Scotland should have this more or less forever because it's Scottish culture. So I can release this at any time to do reconquest. So I'm going to sit on that as long as I can. Yeah, let's just sit on that province as long as we can. We can release it at any moment. From Spain, I'm going to take all of the cores for my subjects. I'm going to take Granada for Alhambra, and I'm going to take this province of Tangier so I can release Morocco and do reconquest in Marrakesh, as well as in Portugal when that truce is up. I can start expanding in Northern Africa as well, just because I might as well use my aggressive expansion against the Sunnis. Let's go ahead and send that demand. This province I can core up myself as well. And Tangiers, I'm just going to go to war right away. Let's release Tangiers. Morocco's not going to like me very much, but I think I'm going to do this. They're going to hate me, but eventually they'll like me because I'll give them their stuff back. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Tunis, I'll bring the Ottomans in. That's fine. I can break their alliance with the Ottomans. That's no problem. I can also take the Malta fort when I do this. So yeah, I think I take the Malta fort from Tunis and do this reconquest right away. Let's go for this because it's closest. Ottomans, help me? Why not? Just keep calling them into wars. Naples adding provinces to the empire. Go ahead and call in our allies if we can. All right, let's take this from Tunis. I want Malta, and I'll give this away to Aragon. Does Pisa have a core on it? Oh, sweet. That's easy enough. I think I'm going to go for religious ideas next. I thought about doing admin for the 15% diplomatic annexation cost, but honestly, I don't think I really need that this game. So we're going to go ahead and take the religious ideas, try to get through these as fast as we can, because it'd be nice to get Dea's Vault to try and clean up some of these heretic princes. All right, let's peace out Tunis here. I think Naples is going to get this, or Aragon, one of the two. But we can always, because they're not a personal union member, we can always just take it from them. So honestly, I think that's going to be more valuable in my hands. So let's just go ahead and after this war is over, just take Malta from them. Pisa gets this, that's fine. We need to peace out the Pope and force Ragusa into the Empire. In the meantime, Catholic Morocco is going to grow. Pretty sure I had those going to Morocco, but that's okay. We'll just give them to them after I peace out of Ragusa. Let's force these guys' religion and expand empire into Ragusa. That's kind of nice. And let's make sure we give Morocco these provinces. I do not want to core them when I'm doing admin ideas. All right. Slowly converting everything to Catholic, so that should be fun and dandy. Go ahead and seize land here. Nobility has their increased levies, so not going to take a whole lot from them. Although I could take this away and slowly start getting more crown land, but I think it's fine for now. Quick little peace deal with Portugal. I'm not interested in their New World stuff, so I'll just let them do whatever they want. But I'll take this stuff for Morocco. Might as well. Nice powerful subject on here. They're giving us a decent amount of men once they recover a little bit and fully statify some of the stuff down here. They should be pretty strong. Now I think we just start doing some religious wars over in Germany, so let's go and send our units over there. Alright, let's declare war on Russia here. I want to finish off taking the stuff for Poland, and then maybe we can start converting some of these princes. We can go ahead and peace out of Prussia now. Take some money and feed Poland a little bit. Feels good. You look at our imperial authority growth. We're losing 0.09 per month. It's been going down steadily. 62 member states, 35 of them are heretics. Basically half of our little over half are now heretics. We need to start forcing these religions. I just need to get some CBs on these guys. We'll go ahead and we'll see if I can't. Let's wait until 75, and then we can try and start getting these guys into a league war here. In 1975, there's a bigger chance of the league war firing. I'm not sure why it hasn't fired yet. It's been like 20 years, but we can start trying to convert some of these guys. Let's start a big war and see if we can't just piece a bunch of these guys out. This will take a while, but I have time, so we'll piece out Austria here for a bunch of money, and this war should be easy from now on. Force religion and take some money from these guys. Probably should go into Scilly. They are Catholic, just need to piece them out. Trent, also Catholic, just need to piece them out. Switzerland we can convert now. Force religion on Regensburg, take some money. Take money on war ups and force religion on to Switzerland here. And now there's just 2 left. Trent is already Catholic, so let's go ahead and force religion over here as well. Wait a day. I can take some war ups as well. Let's do that. And we got a lot of conversions done over here for that. That wasn't too bad. Dalmatia, I don't have a truce with, so if I get a CB, I can fight them. Let's just put that as vital interest. That way, maybe Naples will form a claim. Love for the League War to fire it. Really love for it. Fire. 30 heretic princes, still losing a lot. If I could get Prague somehow or Bohemia, that would be great. Oh, you know what? They're allied to Ingolstadt. I can do this. This is a good war. If I can take Prague and core that up and then convert it, and then I can start getting the imperial growth from that monument. That would be ideal. Yeah, let's do this next. Ottomans would come if I asked them to prepare for war. Let's ask them to prepare for war too. That sounds like the next war. Okay, let's declare this war. This is going to be a slaughter. Yeah, I should be able to convert some of these princes if they're the wrong religion. This would get me at war with Brandenburg. I could kill that center of reformation. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do that right away. That circumvents our truce with them. Perfect. Yeah. Clicking random co-belligerents worked out in our favor. Let's do it. All right, from Bohemia, we're going to take separately this, and then we're going to finish off the rest of the war by force converting everybody else. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. That forces them to be the right religion, and we take the province. So we can go ahead and core that up, and then we're going to convert that as soon as we can. And it's already level 1, so we're getting some imperial growth modifier the second that we convert it to Christian, or to Catholic rather. And then we're just going to try and brute force this all the way up. Peace out Austria for some money, and let's kill the center in Brandenburg. Let's go straight to Berlin. 109%. Okay, here's what we do. I can't convert it. Oh man, would this do it? Do we loan up for this? I mean, we could try. I don't like doing that. I mean, I have a lot of money right now. I can take a few loans. All right, that gives us 5% of admin efficiency. Will that do it? It takes it down by 3%. It's still not enough. I should have done this from the start. That would have been a lot easier than brute forcing the Alhambra fort, and a lot cheaper. I can still take loans for this, though. This 5% might be enough to do it. All right, let's try. It's enough. All right, cool. Well, I took on a lot of debt for no reason. Okay, cool. Hey, at least we got our admin efficiency. That's not bad. It's probably still worth it. Making a lot of forced religions here, so that's pretty sweet. We're down to how many princes? 28. We started at 35 heretics, so we've got 7 off the board. All right, we are forcing religion on Brandenburg. That kills the center of reformation, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Only for 1 province minors, is it? Or I don't know. I thought it would kill the center, but I guess not. And let's finish forcing religion on Thuringia. It's quite a few more nations down. We're looking a lot more Catholic here. You can see all the yellow stripes. Currently sitting at 21 heretic religions, down from 35. Looking pretty good. I also noticed something that's also really tempting. Sweden will accept vassalization, and look at them cores. They still have pretty much everything that they started with. I think I'll do a reconquest on Russia and Denmark pretty quickly here. I just need to get enough points with Sweden, which shouldn't take that long, except to improve relations with them a little bit longer. And do a couple of other interactions. All right, let's get the Swedish vassal. And truce with Russia is up, so we might as well go to war with them now. And we'll reconquest for, I don't know, Stockholm. Might as well call everybody in, including the Ottomans, just a reconquest. So we should be able to take stuff for Lithuania as well as Sweden here. And then we'll do Denmark right afterwards, and then we can continue to do our religious wars. And you just can't pass up an opportunity like that. I mean, our reconquests this game have been absolutely absurd. We have positive growth again. All right. Yeah, Peace of the Empire is the only reason we have that. But we're going to start getting some more once we have this modifier here. I definitely should not have let that go on for that long. I thought the League War might fire a little bit sooner, but we're 30 years past where it could fire, so I honestly don't think it even will. I mean, technically Saxony could still fire it, but I think that's it. We got some loans. Let's get this upgraded at least one more level here. That's giving me 0.15 per month. So even if there's no peace in the empire, we're still gaining some. So yeah, that's pretty. I don't think I'm gonna loan up for the next level of it. I just already have a bunch of loans. I don't like going too far into debt. Not like it'll really matter this run, but it's just a habit I don't like to break. Yes, Denmark is being guaranteed by Russia. Let's start the war for like Zlunda's court. No, they must have lost these cores. Let's take Kalmar, and we'll send that, and then we will peace out of Russia. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's peace out Russia. We'll release a few nations as well as take all of our cores back. Take money and war ups as well. All right, so I don't think, yeah, that guarantee probably will call them back into the war. We'll see. But for now, they're not in the war. Let's get our units over here. All right, looks like that guarantee got broken, so that's excellent. Don't have to deal with Russia. And from Denmark, I want return cores to Sweden. And then I think that's probably it. I don't really need to take too much more. I mean, I could take some more provinces, but that's probably going to do it. All right, let's peace out Denmark for the provinces and some money. That should be good enough for now. I think Sweden is going to be quite a good vassal once they get their stuff together. I think our diplomat mode is actually looking quite insane. I mean, just look at us. We have how many subjects, and they're all huge. So, I don't know, I guess we could try and start the League War, right? I don't know what the AI is thinking sometimes. Ottomans attacked into the Empire. I mean, it's against Austria, so I didn't really have to accept, but I was Defender of the Faith and I didn't want to lose it, so guess I have to go wreck the Ottomans now. That's fine. Guess we can release Byzantium. I mean, why not? Do Bulgaria as well. Let's do both of that. I mean, that's something that I ought to have done anyways, so alright, guess we fight the Ottos. I mean, they don't stand a chance. Why did they do that? They just think I wouldn't accept? But it gave me the pop-up where it's gonna, you know, hurt me rather than help me. So I don't understand AI's logic here. Maybe leader trade or something? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're just losing the fight. So I don't. My units are better. All right, let's peace out of this war. I'm gonna take these two provinces for myself and a little bit of money. I will be getting rid of that fort, and I will be releasing 2 vassals because I can. And we're going to be reconquest eventually against the Ottos. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's get our units back over to the mainland. And we can take some policies because we finished our ideas. Now, if Deus Vaults, we need to spend some of our mill points. Might as well dev a little bit. Kind of bogus that I have to wait for this truce to end, but I might as well just do that. I can fully take advantage of all of the League War mechanics. I mean, I could do this over here on Hamburg. And that would be fine too. All right, let's just declare the League War. I think this is fine. I mean, this is more or less just me versus them. So let's go ahead and cleanse the heresy on Hamburg. They're the league leader, so all of these guys are in the league, and pretty sure they're all Protestants, so this should be easy enough. Let's get our units in place, and hopefully we can force all these guys to become Catholic again. All right, let's start doing this. Force religion and war reps with a little bit of money. All right, let's peace out of Hamburg here. I'm going to force their religion. I think that's it. I can't force Denmark. They're just too big. But the League War probably can't really fire now. But we're gaining imperial authority again, so that's good. It's just going to take forever to actually get this to go up to the point where we can actually start taking these reforms. But sooner or later, we'll get there. Let's declare on Bohemia here. Just as many of these as I can get. I'll probably have to declare on Munich as well. Okay, I should have done this sooner. All right, so let's just finish this war with Bohemia. We'll wait a day. And then, where are we? Gelre, Oldenburg, Brunswick, Berg. That puts us back at war with Denmark. We just need to capture this province and then convert it ourselves. Just to kill the Center of Reformation, because it's converting stuff way too fast for us. And we probably should have done this forever ago, but my brain is not so big today. So let's just do this ridiculous war and call in everybody we can. We're forcing a lot of religions now. We don't really have that many left, it doesn't seem like. Let's see, 9 left? That's not bad at all. We just need to kill the center and be done with it. We're going to take war reps, money, and force religion on these guys over here on Gelre. And then we're also going to take this from Denmark here. We need to kill this Center of Reformation. 14 months. It might have been faster to give that to Sweden, actually. But we're going to go for a core there, and then when that's done, we're going to full state and then convert that. It should be quick. But that's going to kill the Center of Reformation, and then we can be done with this whole nonsense that I prolonged way too long, and it kind of got out of hand. But we're taking control of it now, and we should start pushing these reforms pretty quick. All right, so we're just going to wait to core this. We're going to pop this missionary in here. It'll take about 11 months to finish the province, so versus 4 years to core it. We're just going to convert that first. Yeah. Anyways, Truce of the Ottomans is up. I do want to go in on them, but I also want to make sure I get these reforms passed. So we need to start fighting these guys again. When's this going to get done? It won't say. Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay. I guess we can fight Thuringia, maybe. That brings in Munich. I guess I need to fight Regensburg again. And shoot Ansbach, Switzerland. I guess I can fight Switzerland at any point. I'll bring Regensburg. So, Thuringia, Munich, Saxe-Lauenburg, Anhalt. I can fight Lubeck at any time once the truce is up. Kind of ridiculous how fast these guys just convert back to their religion. Alright, we'll just do this war quick. Get a couple more princes back to the correct religion before this thing finally finishes up. Alright, we did it. We killed the Reformation, finally. It took us long enough. Oh, man. Okay, we just need to finish off the rest of these heretics, and then that's that. Time to fight the Ottomans. As we slowly push towards... I think once we get this, we should be able to decentralize, no problem. Force religion and some money from Munich. And do the same thing for Thuringia. The other guys are already Catholics, so I'll just piece them out in the same peace deal. Is fine. Now we're sitting at... how many? 5 heretics? All we have left is Danzig, Lubeck, and Regensburg, and then we are fully back to normal. I've never been offered to buy a province, not once. Absolutely, I'll take it. That's crazy. Okay, thanks. I guess they're in that much debt since they lost a bunch of wars to me. All right, let's take this. I'm not going to actually take anything from Switzerland. I'm just going to beat them up a little bit. Unless, can I get a mission done? I really haven't looked at these in forever. I've been really putting them up. 8 provinces owned. I own 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I could still keep them alive and do that. That'll give me some claims and Diplo up for 20 years. That'll help pass some reforms, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess I can kind of go down this tree if I really choose to. All right, take the money war ups and force religion on Regensburg. And then I guess I can peace out Switzerland for money and war ups and everything else. Now all I have to do is get onto Danzig, and then that's it. That's everybody. Okay. I may have waited a little bit too long to go to war with the Ottomans, because all we have is Maria now. As far as cores go. But we still have Bulgaria because those are permanent cores, because I'm pretty sure these are all the primary culture. Yeah, so those don't go away. Let's just go to war. We'll take, I think this is the war goal, and we'll just go to town right away. They don't stand a chance. I mean, look at our... This is us. This is just us. We don't have any allies in this war. I mean, we're huge. We could probably restore the Roman Empire this game, and we're not even going... we're not even going centralized HRE. We're going decentralized. So this is just pretty busted, considering we're not playing pretty optimally at all. We definitely should be further along this tree, where we can actually call the HRE into wars. It's almost like the Native American mechanic, where you can call your allies into war. That's kind of how it works when you fully decentralize it. It's not nearly as good as a centralized option, but let's just kick some Ottoman butt here. All right, let's send these guys down here. Put all my units ready to go. Well, yeah, we're gonna march through Poland there. We should unblock flag. It's 53k. This guy can go down to Constantinople. All right, let's peace out the Ottomans. We took heavy losses in this war, surprisingly. Just, I don't know, we didn't stack up high enough amounts of troops. We had our guys too spread out, so let's go ahead and send that demand. I'm just going to give all this to Byzantium, and that'll be fine. I think, yeah, we'll just give that all away. Maybe they can get some claims back after they get those provinces. But you know what? We need them to be Catholic, don't we? Sure. Oh, they like me, though. That's fine. They still like me. All right, Byzantium is restored, kind of. Bulgaria is restored. I think we'll just kind of go to war with the Ottos whenever we feel like it now. This is the big one that'll weaken them. From here, I had a thought. I want to take this province, and I want to release Hungary. If I can just take that, peace out for nothing else, and then go back to war with Austria when that truce ends, we can have a pretty massive vassal. And now it's time to start building some soldiers' houses, now that we have the tech for it. Yeah, we'll build them and everything up to the naval supplies trade good, and that should give us quite a bit of manpower. Sitting a cap of 244k already, though. That's pretty insane. And we can go ahead and seize land. It's getting close to the next age. I can start getting rid of some of these privileges. Get rid of the oversights. Don't need the patronage of the arts. I don't think I really need this right now, do I? Am I going to be integrating any subjects soon? Possibly. We'll get rid of Right of Council first. We don't need the gov cap, so we can get rid of that next privilege. I don't know why they had the land rights to begin with. Maybe we had a gov cap problem earlier, didn't we? But now we're the emperor, so we have extra gov cap. A little bit of a navy. That'll make them happy. All right, let's do a quick war against Austria. I'm going to take this province and this province. All right, let's peace out really quickly here with Austria. I won't take anything more. This will be a 6-year truce. And I am only over by 4, right? That's fine. Let's go ahead and release another nation. Actually, what's this mission here? Manufacturers. Oh, that's a lot of money. Let's take it. And Imperial Conquest. We get 30 prestige. Bunch of claims, 25 years of separatism. Sure, why not? All right, let's go ahead and release our new subject. We should probably start integrating somebody, right? Yeah, we probably should. Hungary. This is going to be absolutely massive of a reconquest. That's gonna feel so good. Kind of a pain. I can't do anything with my imperial authority until after the League War is over, and Anhalt probably won't declare on me, but their truce is up with me in, like, what is that, 4 years? So we just gotta wait around and putz around. It's kind of obnoxious. I guess I inherited Palatinate, and I'm just getting way too much imperial authority, and I can't spend it. This is so obnoxious. 2 more years, maybe they'll declare on me. Probably not. Otherwise, I have to wait till 1625, I think. Oh my god. Okay, Anhalt's truce expired with us. They can declare the League War, but I don't think they will. It's just kind of ridiculous. All right, let's take this ahead of time for the admin efficiency. It's going to be really nice. We should start building some universities as well while we have the funds. Sunday schools for the missionary strength, very good. Yeah, let's build some universities. Pretty much any province that we can afford it, and we should do that. We can really dev up our provinces with the university discounts. Oh, nice. We have a pretty sick heir. 643. I like it. And the truce is expire over here in Austria. We're going to go back to war. That was a quick 7 years. Yeah, reconquest. Look at that. That's crazy. And we'll call on everybody else. Why not? Should be a quick one. Yeah, it's going to be a couple wars till we can actually take back all the Hungarian stuff. But, I mean, after 15 years or whatever it is, we'll just go back to war again. And that vassal is just going to be absolutely massive. I love it. Okay, is this the League War? It is. Finally. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Denmark did it. Okay, well, that's good. Finally. All right, let's, well, we're going to peace out Austria for this. Unfortunately, they were going to be on our side in the League War, but now they're not. It's okay. We can just force convert some of the princes that converted back and peace out as soon as we get the war score. And it looks like we finished integrating Aragon. Go ahead and statify all this stuff. I think that's worth it. Well, the Emperor dies again. I'm just wasting imperial authority like crazy, but at least we have a good ruler now. That's crazy how he died so quickly. I think he was pretty young. All right, peace with Austria. We'll just take as much as we can. I'm not going to min-max which provinces. We're just going to return them all to Hungary. 33 aggressive expansion. Beautiful. Okay. Now we can finish the League War, kind of focus on that. We just need 50 war score with these guys, and then we can peace out. Take out some loans. Let's embrace. I'm going to take the next tech because I can, and then I think we're going to go for quality ideas next. So we're going to crank these out as soon as we can. And once we finish this, we'll get a nice policy for annexation cost as well. Might as well collect everywhere. We're down to the 10th level of our government reforms. The CCR and autonomy is decent, but we don't really have any territories, so we might as well just take the gov cap. Then we can statify just about everything. Although, yeah, let's take the gov cap. Why not? Well, we've done all we can do for now. We should kind of just wait. I don't think we can land on the Isles, so we'll just have to kind of just wait until Denmark is almost there. We are 5 regions away from piecing out of the war and finally passing some reforms. Only took us basically 100 years. All right. Finally, we can peace out for religious supremacy. Just have enough war score. Great Britain would not want to get out separately, which is obnoxious because of the League War malice. But the glorious day. Catholic is the official faith of the empire, and we can pass another reform. Feels really bad to spend 100 on that. We really only need 50. But now we can start pushing through the decentralization. So this should be pretty quick. We don't get the bonus like this one, the 25%. That's always really nice. But we will get some more free cities after we get some imperial authority, which is good too. We do get the Catholic Empire bonus, so this should go up pretty quickly. 25% bonus, gaining 0.56 per month. So not too worried. I'm also trying to get some more free cities in the empire. I'm not sure how many I'm capped at the moment, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. Give it to Cleves. Give it to Nassau. Yeah, so let's see. I have maximum of 12 free cities at the moment. I can get 3 more after I pass the next reform, so I'm going to do that. Let's expand Empire over here. It might get me a couple imperial authority, so let's go ahead and do that. I think I can force Bulgaria to be Catholic. I think that might get me some imperial authority if they join the Empire, so we'll give that a try. Or are they already stay? Is this their capital? The capital's in Tulsi. Is that the Empire? No, it's not. They should be able to join. Oh yeah, they're in the Empire. Heck yeah. We got some imperial authority for that. Russia is not in the Empire. Oh, they were in the Empire. They left. But I can't expand Empire on them. They're just too big or what? Interesting. I guess I can only expand Empire on the war leader, so I really didn't need to call these guys in. In that case, we'll just white peace these guys. All right, let's get rid of some of Prussia's cores here, return some of these provinces to other countries, and make them a little bit stronger or a little bit weaker. I still don't think we can force them into the Empire, but at least they don't have the imperial ban, so we should be fine there. 1 prince is still there. Dithmarschen's the 4th time we've had to convert them. 3 more spy network on Oldenburg, and then we should be able to force a war with Dithmarschen. First, we're probably going to wait until we can click this button before we get into another war. All right, let's push into the decentralization tree. We'll take this one first. Extra free cities. That's good. We can use some of our diplomats here to grant some free cities. Danzig, you can be one. East Frisia can be one. And we can get another one here as well. Riga can be a free city. That's cool. All right, now we're at max free cities again. That gave us a little bit more Imperial Authority growth. That's not bad. 0.63 every month. Now we just need to get to war with the Martian. Oldenburg, I think we have enough spy network to claim. We do. Get rid of that spy, and let's clear the war after a day, just to get Death Martian in the war. 2 siege is good enough, and we are going to be finished cleansing heresy pretty quickly. Let's, we don't have points for that, and we're doing a mill idea, so no barrages for a while. Oh, and Burgundy landed on the Copenhagen, so that's good. Finally, we have forced religion on everyone inside the Empire. Inside the Empire, rather. There's a few provinces that are not the right religion, so they could possibly flip. But for now, no heretics. So we're just going to chill at peace, I think, for a little while. Maybe wait for our truce to end with Austria. And then that's pretty much that. You know, I'm noticing, maybe I should have min-maxed on which provinces I took. I thought 50 years was a reset after you go to war with a country that has your course. So Hungary should still have all of this stuff, right? But now all they have left is Hungarian course or Hungarian culture provinces, right? So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to maintain these cores because I was at war with Austria. I mean, the truce is up in like, what is this? Yeah, 26. So the truce is up in 4 years. There's no way that it's been 50 years, right? Unless I'm just misremembering. I mean, I did go through a lot of time very quickly, but I'm pretty sure I should still be able to take all this stuff. Unless they lost their cores through some event, I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. Well, I'll take the rest of these cores. It'll be fine. I mean, Austria only has 54,000 troops, and I have 163,000 sitting on max manpower with potential for 369,000. So I probably should build more units, honestly. Let's send our units back home, build some more troops, and possibly get ready for the next war. I'm not sure against who. I mean, the Ottoman truce has expired. I can start beating up on them. I might as well do it. I can also start pushing into Russia, but I also kind of want to start expanding empire. I don't want to be at war for too long. I have about, I don't know, call it times 2, 25 months, so 2 years. So a 2-year war would be great to do something really quickly and then pass a reform and then go back to war afterwards. So I should probably pick my next war very carefully. The units haven't gotten back home yet, but I think we might as well just declare another war right away. I want to fight Russia, trying to break them up a little bit. Maybe I can force some, or maybe entice, rather, some countries into the HRE. But this war shouldn't take more than 2 years. It's a pretty simple war. We have like 4 times their men, or some ridiculous amount of numbers, so let's go ahead and do that. Ottomans are allied to Brandenburg. That's the only reason I didn't really feel like doing that, which I don't know why, but I guess I can probably use some favors. I probably have 100 of them. Yeah, I do. I can have Brandenburg break alliance with them anytime. One thing I'd like to do is I'd like to keep a little bit more infantry in my stacks. I'm too lazy to kind of min-max, you know, how many frontliners I have. But at this point in the game, I think something like this, where I have a 2 or 3 extra infantry and the stack is fine. And then if I really need to, I can have a little bit of cav or extra infantry somewhere behind. Usually I'm not going to have as much cannons as I do in this stack. You know, I'm probably going to have some stacks running with like 3 or 5 cannons in them. But this stack in particular that I'm building now is going to be mostly a sieging stack. So go ahead and do that. And if they get into a fight, well, they have plenty of artillery to cover themselves. So build 2 of those bad boys, put us close to our force limit, and spend a little bit of our manpower that we're kind of capped out on now. Of course, my enemy is now the Papal Controller. I mean, I've been spending so much influence on this bad boy, and I literally cannot get it. If I get excommunicated, I'll be really sad. Ooh, big fight on Moscow. Are we going to win? Oh, no way, we do not win that. Okay, that's unfortunate. They lost a lot of cannons, we did not. They have a way better general. That's the only reason they won that. We'll come back with a vengeance. Here we go. We have the manpower for it, that's for sure. First age objective, let's take the admin efficiency. Harsh treatment cost minus 50% would be pretty good, especially because we have this monument here. We can get an extra 33%. Unfortunately, we have no provinces with rebels, so we really can't utilize that too effectively. It'd be great if we could just harsh treat for free, but no, we cannot boost our absolutism that way. I'm just gonna let this take up naturally. I cannot be bothered to cheese it up, but it's whatever. Min-maxing is enough, you know, when you're playing as slow as I'm playing right now. I'm not gonna bother doing that too. Just gonna keep doing my wars, and that's about that. Okay, here's the peace deal. Gonna release some provinces, gonna cancel some subjects, gonna take some provinces from my allies here and send that demand. I'm going to give these away to Poland and Lithuania here. Hopefully the rest of these guys join the Empire. That would be fantastic. Nice peace with Russia. We broke them up quite a bit, actually. Some of these nations are Orthodox, so they really can't join the Empire, but I could force them in after about 15 years or so. So might as well just let Russia... I mean, maybe they'll go back and take their old land back, but they probably will. Be nice to be able to take some of that stuff. I might be able to diplo-vassalize Norway and just take all of the peninsula here. That might not be such a bad idea. I do also probably should integrate Naples or something. Actually, that might be the best idea. Get some more of the Genoese trade, since I'm trying to collect in there. But I mean, I can't beat the Papal State, honestly, unless I take all of their land here. So that could be an option. Maybe take some more of Spain, get some more Valencia trade, but I don't know. I'm kind of just trying to push these reforms. I need to fight Austria soon, but peace with the Empire is nice to have, so maybe I should just let everything be. I wish it was bigger, but we're still going to do the reconquest of Pest. What, there's five provinces here we can take from Austria. I could take some other ones too. We'll see what I end up going for. I know I need to, for my missions, take all of Austria proper, but I think we should be fine. What does this give me anyways? Permanent claims? That really doesn't matter. If we do take these 3 provinces, we can get some more permanent claims. That would be good. Foothold in Italy. Yeah, we should just probably continue down this mission tree. As long as I get this stuff, we're fine. Then I'll be able to take over the Serbian and Albanian stuff. Where's that mission? Kingdom of Sicily, I've already got permanent claims in Italy, permanent claims in South Germany. Might as well just get more claims. Yeah, I'll take the stuff over here in Tyrol. All right, let's declare the war. Reconquest of Pest. I want to take stuff in Tyrol for myself. Call in my allies, because why not? It's on the big stack over to Vienne. The other one can siege mountain forts and the hills forts. I'm going to take a little bit of Diplo debt here, 75 to be exact. But I'm going to release Croatia as well as take some of these cores back. I think that's just probably the best way to do it. And then these guys should join the Empire. I don't think they have a reason not to. So go ahead and send that demand. I'm going to wait to do my next war until after I get my next reform passed. And I think I'm going to actually break royal ties with Great Britain and release Scotland and conquer that. Well, maybe I'll do Denmark first. I am trying to integrate these guys, but I'm taking on some serious problems. I am 4 over the relation limit, and I need to start focusing on dip, but I can't switch my focus for another how many years. I will spend the money and upgrade my advisor, though. All right, here we go. Take the next decentralization click. This won't speed up anything, but this one here is going to make us push through these reforms really fast. Plus 42% imperial authority growth. That's going to be crazy. After we get that, everything else should be just a piece of cake. But now we can go to war again, this time with Denmark. And we're going to do a reconquest here. Pick the closest province. I don't care which one. Looks like it's Trondheim, Trondelberg, Trondelag. I don't know. I'm not Norwegian. Ooh, but we have the truce yet with them. When's that truce end? 30. Yeah, we can wait 2 years. All right, we'll see if the Russians take anything that we need to fight them for. I don't think so. It's kind of strange that they would declare for Lund here, but we'll go ahead and start our war with Denmark. How many boats do they have? 39. A lot of them are galleys. I don't have a single heavy. I have mostly transports in my fleet right now. So I don't think I can even land on their capital. We'll see. But this will be a long drawn-out war, I think. Best thing to do probably is sit on the war participants to get better war score, because I don't think I can actually land on Copenhagen. So we're just gonna have to send our units to just step on everybody else, and hopefully Denmark will give us the stuff we want. Managed to get my allies to attach by just setting them to supportive in my subject menu. So that's pretty nice. Standardized uniforms, I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm not gonna be drilling too much this game, so I just need the Russians to peace out so I can give everything to Denmark. Or to Norway, rather. Right now, I only have 2 provinces I can give to them, so this other war needs to stop. We finished integrating Morocco. Now we actually have some, maybe some dip power to play with after that builds up. I'm going to add to the trade company all the provinces over here. And I'm pretty sure it's all Catholic stuff, so yeah, that's not a problem. That has centers of trade, including Tafilalt, Gold Province. Although I could statify that. I don't really need the gold, so I think I'm fine just leaving it. All the stuff is flowing towards Valencia anyways. I'm kind of collecting there, so that should be good. But this gives me Holy War CB on Tunis, which I think I'm going to do right away. I mean, I might as well. Yeah, Ottomans are like thousands of ducats in debt, so they won't help. Let's send these guys down here. Can I get mill access from Spain? I promise I will get rid of it at some point. Let me just go like 6 over my relations limits. Oh, it's still only 4 over. That's fine. All right, let's go. This stack should be enough to do it. These ones are just going to sit here until this war ends. Oh, heck yeah. Finally, I'm the Pope this game. It's taking me so long, but I can select a golden bull. What even are these? Yearly absolutism. I kind of like that. Oh, that's better. Let's take that one. Yep. I need that. I need that bad. I guess I probably shouldn't have done this war so quickly. If I can't finish it before I get 50, I'll be sad. Maybe I shouldn't have started these wars. I don't know. Once I get this, it's going to go so fast. Big fight here. Superiority war. Going to get a lot of war score. Boom, stack wipe. All right, here we go. I guess these guys are going to go to Kef now. Oh, no. Just go down here. What are we doing? Getting call for peace. Love it. Okay, Russia took a lot. They pretty much took everything they could. All right, let me just peace out Denmark here now, since I'm not going to be able to take all the reconquest. All right, I guess I'll take that and some money. I mean, people don't really care if I take this stuff, right? I have a lot of admin to spend. That's fine. I'll leave Denmark with that stuff. I need to fight. I guess Norway can have that. That's fine. I think I'll give all this stuff to either Norway or Sweden. That's probably okay. Yeah, I'll just give all this stuff to Norway. I don't feel like coring it myself. I'm going to core all this stuff in Africa. All right, this siege needs to finish so I can peace out and pass the reforms. Come on. 71% and 85%. All right, speed 5. There it is. All right, let's get 90% war score and be done with it. Beautiful. Okay, what are we looking at here? I think that probably is going to do it. I'm going to put my overextension a little high, but I think we should be okay. Let's peace out for that and money. Beautiful. Name placement is on par now. I haven't done this all game. We can concentrate from a lot of this stuff. Really reduce the pouring cost. All right, let's give this stuff to Norway. All right, Norway has all of their stuff now. I can join a coalition against who? Against Lubeck? Sure. Who else is in that coalition? Oh, wow. We have actually a few people. Wait, is this going to get me that achievement? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, we got an achievement. It's the first time ever in 7,500 hours that I've joined a coalition of more than 5 nations. Oh my God. Can't believe it. Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's pass the reform. Oh, we need to get princes in favor. Okay. They probably didn't like that I took all that stuff, did they? All right, guess we do need a little bit of that reform progress. I need to start using my diplomats effectively. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm overextended. That's what the malice is. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they all love me. So once the cores finish, we should be able to pass the reform just fine. I really don't have time to wait for that. I just want to get this achievement over with. We're going to release Tlemcen, and we're going to grant them as much province as I can. All right. Grant all these provinces. Whatever I can't grant to them, I'm going to give to Naples. But I might be able to give everything to them. Oh, excellent. They get everything. Okay, so I'm not overextended at all. Beautiful, and that means I can pass the reform. Okay, 43% increased imperial authority growth. That is massive. Yeah, we're gonna crank through these next ones. I think that's it for modifiers that I can get here. If we have pieces of the empire, that'll go up by an extra amount. 7 electors. Oh, we need another elector? Oh, wow. Wait, am I not allowed to be an elector? Can I grant an electorship to somebody? I guess I can grant electorate to somebody. I need these guys, any of my allies are not electors? I don't know, Liège can probably have it, that's fine. I was probably sitting on that for a long time. Yeah, okay, basically 1 a month, that's crazy. Okay, we need to get rid of that heretic prince too, might as well. Is it even worth it to fight this war? We'll see. Let's send our units back up north. I bet we can cleanse the heresy before the next reform. Well, it looks like Norway joined the Empire. That's good. 6 Imperial Authority right away. Maybe I don't even bother with the Heretic Prince. Oh, no way, the coalition fired. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm like, why am I fighting in a war? Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay. They just need a piece out of this war. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They want this stuff too? Well, you can't get it. All right, we're going to have to piece that separately. This is kind of ridiculous. We'll take the admin efficiency here. The Emperor died and I don't want to waste the Imperial Authority, so let's just piece out of the war. Oh, man, seriously? What a waste. I mean, is that really it? You just want them to be 100% annihilated or something? They're 99%. I just wasted a bunch of Imperial Authority. That's really, really unfortunate. Dude, Brandenburg, what are you doing, bruh? 99%, just piece them out. I don't understand. Okay, it took you long enough. Oh my goodness. Let's take the next reform. 1 left. This should take us relatively short amount of time. I just wish that we'd already be halfway there if they would have pieced out properly. It's fine. All right, let's do 1 more war with Russia just to make Norway a little better. And then after this, we probably will have enough Imperial Authority to be done. All right, just a quick war with Russia. All I wanted was this stuff for Norway. And we'll send that demand. I'm going to give these provinces to Sweden. Just because. And we kind of just have to speed 5 until we get the achievement. I'm going to drill my Emperor. I just got an heir, so if he dies, I probably will just get there right away with all the modifiers I have. Why am I voting for not me? That's silly. 1 Imperial Authority per month. Feels good. Alrighty, boys, here it is. We can now decentralize the Empire. We can use a CB on any non-Empire nation. But more importantly, we get the achievement. Everything is coming up Mullhouse. That was actually a surprisingly fun campaign. I mean, it just goes to show the power of playing diplomatically. If you can get some vassals early on, you can snowball into something crazy like this. The amount of reconquests we did, I mean, even though we're ridiculously over our relations limit, we have so many vassals. And being able to do something like this, where, I mean, we could restore the Roman Empire no problem if we're not speed 5ing just to get imperial authority. Like, if we wanted to fight Spain and Portugal and even go into the Ottomans here, we could be doing that. Like, this is a run that started as a one-province minor. That just goes to show how powerful this kind of gameplay is. So if you guys want to, you know, try something like this as a bigger nation, it really is not that difficult. So how the CB works is that if you go into Diplo screen under the Imperial Actions, if you spend 25 Imperial Authority, you can declare a Reichskrieg. That'll let you call in the entire HRE into your war. So that's kind of a fun mechanic, not very often used. Most people are going to go towards the centralization route. But I hope you guys did enjoy this campaign. I had a lot of fun playing as Swabia here. And there are a few other achievements we could try to go for, but I think we're going to save those for another time. If we wanted to, we could form Germany here, but I think we'll save that as a Prussia run. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.